Hi everyone, Mike here. I want to spend a few minutes talking about selling branded and trademarked products without a license. If you've ever actually looked into this, you're asking yourself, how do I sell a shirt that's related, let's say, to Friends, to Seinfeld, to Rick and Morty, or whatever movie you like. And if you've ever read about it, you know that it takes a lot. There's a big process. We're talking about licensing. We're talking about intellectual property. We're talking about trademarks, all that kind of stuff. Well, there's a way to do it without going through any of those steps, and this is it. It is through REDBUBBLE's brand partnership program, and I'm going to talk about that for a couple of minutes. So let's see what this is about. This is a very new program, so I would say this is the perfect time to get into it because anybody that's in the print on demand business knows that things get super saturated very quickly. That any idea that you have that you feel is original is probably out there, and then even if you come up with something original, most likely somebody will either steal your idea or come up with something similar or different very, very quickly. So I would say this is a perfect time to get into it. Okay, so how does it work? For this, it's actually very easy because there's nothing special that you need to do except have a Redbubble account. So basically, if you're already selling on Redbubble, or if you've actually just thought about it, all you need to do is have an account. Now, what they meaning Redbubble, have enabled people to do is to sell branded products for a number of, for example, TV shows, movies, individuals, and here's a list of all of those. So I wanted to actually go through some of them very quickly, and then we'll look at very specific examples. For example, how many listings are already up for sale, and for example, what's some of the designs look like. So Alfred Hitchcock, everybody knows the name. Everybody knows his movies. A very, very popular brand. Billions, Captain Scarlet, Charmed, Chris Farley. The list goes on. Criminal Minds, that's a TV show. Dexter, Hell's Kitchen. I mean, that's a reality show. Groundhog Day, one of Bill Murray's best movies. And the list goes on. Like I said, the list is I would say somewhat extensive at this point, but like I said, it's a very new program, so they are really working on it and expanding this very quickly. Now, how does it work? Let me see what makes sense here to what to go through next. These are some of the frequently asked questions. So, for example, and I'll go through some of these quickly with you guys. Perfect one. How do I submit work to the partner program? So all you have to do is come up with a design, upload it to the products that you want to sell, and basically tag your artwork, your products with the tagline for that specific brand. So if you're saying, how do I know what that is? Well, it's easy. They've made it easy because they have guidelines for every single program, basically partnership program or a brand that you might be interested in. So as an example, I've chosen Groundhog Day. So right here, it actually tells you when you're submitting your design, they want you to tag your work with, and it basically says Groundhog Day, the film, and then Groundhog Day. They actually tell you what the accepted formats are of your artwork and the dimensions. And then they basically go into some of the advice. So they're saying, be original. They're explaining what kinds of things to consider, what kinds of things not to do. So they actually have a chart here, and it's, you know, do's and don'ts. So basically, they're giving you some advice based on the movies or the brands themselves, and then some of the other artwork. So for example, for the movie Groundhog Day, they are saying, you know, one of the do's is do use your favorite quotes from the Groundhog Day. So you can actually use quotes from the movie. Be creative. They actually go through a list of don'ts. So they're making it very easy for you to kind of figure out what kind of designs to work on, how to upload them, how to tag them, and then once you do all of that, you would get an email basically saying that your design has been approved or rejected. Let's do another one. Alfred Hitchcock. I mean, there are so many possibilities with this. So again, they go over, you know, tagging your work, formats, all that kind of stuff. They go over general guidelines. They're telling you, you know, be original, things to be mindful of. And then they once again go through all the do's and don'ts. So this is definitely, I'm trying to think of a very positive word here. This is actually, I would consider it incredible, because if you've ever thought about selling, like I said, branded products, now you have a chance, and you actually don't have to do anything. You don't have to get any kind of licensing or anything. You can start selling today. Love Island. I actually pulled this up. I had to look up this show because it's a reality TV show, and I wanted to use it as an example because they actually have reality TV shows. And again, same thing. They're basically giving you the guidelines. They're telling you what to do, what people like, what kind of art, what not to do, and all that kind of stuff. So now we're basically looked at Alfred Hitchcock. We've looked at the Groundhog Day, the movie, and then the last one that I wanted to leave was Chris Farley. So I'll jump into that, but what I wanted to do is show you a couple of examples of what other people have actually uploaded. But one thing that actually stands out to me, and I want to point it out to you guys, is this. Like I said, this program is very, very new, and there are 101 results when you type in Chris Farley. That means that these are the super early stages. If you are creative, if you have a favorite TV show or character, I would say get into it now, because with the 101 results, anybody that's been around Merch by Amazon or anything else, you know how many search results you get when you look up anything, right? And when you get something like 100 results, that is basically nothing, right? So there's a lot of opportunity to work on this. So I'll just show you a couple of these, right? So if anybody's familiar, you know that these are some of his SNL characters, some of the quotes from SNL, some of his movies, and basically all the art is original, but again, the quotes, the lines, all that kind of stuff. Even the graphics, as you can see here, this is a screenshot that's been altered from SNL, right? So pretty cool stuff. And then the other one that I wanted to show you quickly was Alfred Hitchcock. Now, this is a little more, I guess, popular and famous. So there are 800 results that come up. And as you can see here, I just want to show you a couple of these designs. And you know, some of them are text-based. It's a list of his movies, some of the graphics from movies, his face, all that kind of stuff. There's even a sticker, you know, basically that says directed by Alfred Hitchcock, which is pretty cool because it is so simple, but now you're actually able to do that. You're able to use his name on your product, in your title, and you're able to tag those products with a branded name or title or whatever the case is. So that's basically it. If I had to summarize, I would say branded products are able to be sold through Redbubble. If you've ever thought about selling branded and licensed products, this is your chance. I'll drop a link down below. I'm not affiliated with Redbubble, even though I did actually try to get an affiliate account approved. I got rejected, but again, that's a different story. In either case, I really wanted to share this information with you guys. There's absolutely no benefit to me, but hopefully this information is actually useful, and you guys can take advantage of it. As always, if you have any comments, if you've actually tried this out, if you've played with it, I'll leave a comment down below, share with other viewers, and as always, thanks for watching.